There is a moment in every life where the heart feels tired, where the chase becomes exhausting, and the silence of someone you deeply desire begins to echo louder than their words ever did. But I want you to listen closely today, not with your ears, but with the very essence of your being. Because after this rampage, everything is about to change, not by chance, not by luck, but by the power you are about to awaken within yourself. Right now, you might feel like you're invisible to the one you want. You may wonder if they even care, if they even think about you. But let me tell you this truth, you are not waiting on them. They are waiting on you to finally remember who you are, to remember the force you hold when you stand tall, not in desperation, but in dominion. This isn't about tricks or games. This isn't about manipulation. This is about energy, alignment, inner certainty. Because when you finally decide that you are the prize, the entire universe bends to support your knowing. That includes your specific person. You don't attract what you want by needing it. You attract what you want by becoming the version of yourself who already has it. So here's the rampage. Speak it, feel it, own it. I am magnetic. I am unforgettable. I am the dominant energy in every room I enter. I don't chase because I don't need to. They feel me even in my silence. They miss me in my absence. They remember my energy like a dream they can't shake. They are drawn to me like the tide is drawn to the moon, irresistible, natural, divine. I am chosen. I am wanted. I am desired deeply. They can't stop thinking about me. They wonder what I'm doing, who I'm with, and why they ever thought they could let me go. I don't worry. I don't question. Because I know I am the manifestation. I am the miracle they didn't believe existed. Feel that? That isn't just words. That's you rising. That's you stepping out of waiting and into creation. You are not here to beg for love. You are here to radiate it, to embody it. And when you do, the world has no choice but to reflect it back to you. They will come, not because you chased, but because you elevated, because you walked away from doubt and straight into power, because your energy became so rich, so confident, so secure that they couldn't help but be pulled toward it. Do you want them to chase you? Then stop looking for them and start becoming the version of yourself that they can't stop looking for. You've tried overthinking. You've tried waiting. You've tried hoping from a place of lack. Now it's time to try something revolutionary, knowing it is done, knowing it is yours, knowing that love doesn't hide from those who own their worth. Repeat this until your soul believes it. They are mine, not because I forced it, but because I became the version of me that always had them. They chase me, they crave me, they commit to me, because I've become undeniable. Let your energy speak louder than your words. Let your presence echo louder than your absence. Walk like the embodiment of answered prayers and watch how they follow, not because they were convinced, but because they were always meant to. Your specific person will chase you not after you cry, not after you break, but after you rise. And that rising starts now. You don't wait for permission to be the one who is loved. You declare it within yourself first, and then everything else aligns. The moment you stop asking, why not me? And start affirming, it's always been me, you change the game. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment with your natural power. You were never meant to sit on the sidelines of love, waiting to be noticed. You are the storm that shifts their direction. Your energy commands attention without speaking. When you walk like you're the one, the world can't help but agree. You don't plead for affection, you carry the weight of certainty. They will feel the change in you before they ever see it. That feeling, that knowing, that's your new identity. You're not hoping anymore, you're remembering. You're not asking for their love, you're expecting it because you've already claimed it. The truth is, people don't chase what's desperate. They chase what's divine. And you and your decision to rise have become just that. They don't react to your words, they react to your frequency. When you assume it's already done, you give life to a new version of reality. You don't need them to show up to believe, they show up because you believed. It's not about waiting for the physical, it's about embodying the spiritual. When you feel chosen, desired, and loved in your imagination, it has no choice but to play out in form. This isn't fantasy, it's law. Your assumption creates their action. When you walk in the reality of your desire fulfilled, they meet you there, unknowingly pulled. They text, call, crave, because your inner world leads theirs. You are not watching and waiting, you are leading and becoming. You don't force the outside to shift. You mold your inner vision and watch the universe copy it. They don't know why they suddenly want you, it's because your belief commanded it. Your confidence, your joy, your calm certainty, these are the signals that shift their soul. You no longer need signs because you become the sign. They arrive when you do. Chasing is born from lack, but attraction is born from power. You are no longer in the energy of please pick me. You are now the energy of I know I'm the one. This shift is everything. You don't run after them because your presence alone is enough to pull. Think about it. When was the last time something truly magnetic had to beg for attention? Never. It simply was, and everything else rearranged around it. That's you now. Your self-respect is the new strategy. Your inner peace is the loudest signal. No text, no chasing, no pleading, just becoming. You are no longer triggered by their silence. You are inspired by your own power. You trust your worth so deeply that chasing feels foreign. They come to you, not out of pressure, but out of desire. You become the flame they can't ignore. This is the new way, rooted in truth, not tactics. Silence is no longer absence, it is presence in its most powerful form. They feel you in the stillness because your energy doesn't vanish. It vibrates, it lingers, it reminds. When you stop chasing and start standing still with confidence, you become unforgettable. Your silence speaks volumes, it says. I know who I am. I know what I deserve. And they hear it, even in the spaces between words. Your absence becomes a mirror for their reflection. They remember your laughter, your energy, your presence. And that memory starts to haunt them in the best way, because you are no longer accessible. You are no longer trying. And that shift flips the script. You aren't waiting on their text. You are the reason they reach for their phone. They feel the gap you left and realize they want to close it. Not because you begged, but because you became more powerful in the quiet. Reality does not bend for the desperate. It bends for the certain. Your inner assumption is the command that all things obey. Stop doubting and start deciding. You are not here to wish, you are here to create. When you assume you're loved, you act differently. You move differently, and life responds. You smile without checking your phone. You speak without fear of rejection, because your inner world has already made the choice. They want me. They choose me. They are already mine. These are not hopes, they are facts in the unseen, waiting to become seen. You don't look to the outside to confirm. You look within, and from that place, you walk in confidence. This knowing becomes your magnet. They feel it in the way you breathe, in the calmness of your soul. You're no longer reacting to what is. You are responding to what's already done. And in that space, they return not by accident, but by design. This is not rejection. This is redirection to your power. When someone pulls away, they're not disappearing, they're making space for you to remember yourself. The illusion is that you're being left behind. The truth is, you're being called inward. Their distance is not a punishment. It's an invitation. You have the choice right now to spiral into fear or to rise in faith. When you use this moment to rebuild your confidence, everything changes. You become someone new, someone unshakable, someone who no longer needs to be chosen to feel valuable. And ironically, that's when you are chosen, not because you chased, but because you remembered. Their silence isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. It's showing you the power you forgot you had. Don't collapse. Expand. Don't beg. Become. This is your moment of becoming untouchable. Need repels. Wholeness attracts. You're not here to get love. You're here to be loved. You're not here to be validated. You're here to walk as if you already are. The version of you who is loved doesn't chase. They radiate. They walk into a room and everything adjusts to their presence. When you become that, the specific person you desire feels it. Without you saying a word, they feel the shift. They start remembering the energy, the glow, the worth, and they start craving it because you no longer come from emptiness. You come from overflow. You don't ask if they love you. You know that you are loved. You don't beg to be seen. You shine too brightly to be ignored. You don't look for signs. You become the sign. When you radiate wholeness, everything that is meant to align with you will. Words might be loud, but energy speaks louder. Your confidence doesn't need to shout. It whispers through your posture, your peace, your presence. There's something magnetic about a person who knows who they are. They don't seek attention. They attract it effortlessly. Your confidence is the signal they've been missing. Not the kind that's forced, but the kind that comes from deep knowing. You are not afraid of losing them anymore, because you know you can never lose what aligns with your power. They notice the calm in your eyes, the strength in your silence, and it pulls them closer without a single word. You become the curiosity they can't ignore. The confidence you exude becomes the invitation they can't resist. When your energy says, I know my value, they feel compelled to rise to your level. You don't need to see it to believe it. You believe it, then see it. This is the formula. You don't wait for the text, the call, the moment. You create it in your mind first. And when your mind accepts it as truth, the universe has no choice but to comply. You stop asking, when will it happen, and start living as if it already has. This mindset shift is not small, it's revolutionary. Because your actions now carry the weight of faith. You stop searching and start celebrating. You stop doubting and start declaring. And that change in vibration speaks louder than anything else. They feel it. They sense the new you. And they begin to respond without even knowing why. Because you have become the reality you once craved. You no longer seek proof. You walk as the proof. That's when it all shifts. Imagination is your secret weapon. It's the place where all reality begins. You're not hoping anymore, you're scripting. You're not wondering, you're declaring. When you see them calling you, texting you, loving you in your mind, your body reacts. And the world responds. Because imagination isn't fake, it's the original version of the future. You are the author. You're not waiting on them to choose you. You're writing the story where they already have. You hear their voice say your name. You feel their presence beside you. You experience the love before it appears. And that feeling creates the foundation. It's not wishful thinking. It's powerful being. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You are the master of creation. And your imagination is the throne from which you rule. Every word you affirm in private echoes across the hearts of those you love. You think you're alone, but you're not, because energy never hides. What you feel in secret becomes the atmosphere others walk into. When you say, I am desired, the universe listens. When you believe they miss me, their chest tightens with a feeling they can't explain. You are not powerless, you are the cause. Each thought is a thread pulling them toward you. You don't have to speak to be heard. You don't have to beg to be seen. Your inner certainty is louder than any message you could send. They feel your absence like gravity. Your belief becomes their obsession. You stay still, but your power moves mountains. Every affirmation is a blueprint. Every rampage is a spell of alignment. Say it, feel it, live it, and watch them follow the trail back to you. You lead with your energy, and they chase the source. You are not trying to convince them anymore. Because something has changed, you remembered that you are the one. You no longer chase because now, deep inside, you know what's yours won't run. The desperation has dissolved, and in its place is calm power. You don't need to prove your value. You embody it. You don't need to explain your worth. You radiate it. They see you now not because you begged to be seen, but because you stopped dimming your light. They're not aligning with you because of your effort. They're aligning with you because of your transformation. You are the storm and the calm. You are the fire and the grace. They are drawn to the balance. You now walk with the elegance of knowing you were never meant to fight for love. You were meant to stand in it. And from that place, all things return with reverence. They are not chasing you because you forced them. They are chasing you because something in you became unforgettable. You've stepped into your rare energy, the kind that lingers in their mind long after they leave. The kind that can't be replaced, duplicated, or ignored. You no longer try to be like. You exist as if you already are. And that quiet confidence, that glow, that knowing, it haunts them. In your evolution, they see what they were always searching for. Not in someone else, but in you. They don't even understand it fully, but they feel the urgency. Your voice echoes in their thoughts. Your image flashes in their daydreams. Because now, you're not just someone they knew. You are a presence they can't escape. You became the muse, the mystery, the magnet. Not through pursuit, but through presence. You let go. You leveled up. And now they chase not a person, but a power. Your power.